Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz on May 6, 2013, and 20 minutes after midnight, Birmingham, Alabama. And topic, the coming deception. And that's kind of a misnomer. It's not coming, it's been here. It's just slowly manifesting, and more people are beginning to see it. And I'm talking about everything from aliens to chemtrails and from strange sightings. And I'm going to tell you a few things that I do know and a few things that I hadn't told anyone yet. But to start with, God destroyed the world by water. And he did that for a reason. He did it because the sons of God, which were the angels in heaven that he created, as many as a third, defied God. And they left, or rather he kicked them out of the third heaven. And they remained in the first and the second, which is the earth, and then the air above the earth throughout outer space to heaven, wherever that is. But what they did, 200 came to earth, and the 200 brought whoever they were in charge of and with, probably, someone said probably over 10,000 each that these 200 had charge of. These particular 200 are under lock and key now. They're already in judgment. But the others, well, they're still roaming free. They bred everything, starting with the daughters of men. That's like the daughters of Adam and Eve and on down the line. And but they didn't stop there. They mated and bred with animals. They mated animals and fish and plants and animals. And then people, human DNA, again with all these things, animals, fish, plants. So they totally corrupt the DNA of man, and all men were affected except Noah. And so let's fast forward to now, where they're creating a hybrid food everywhere from corn to soybeans to spinach to turnip greens to lettuce, cabbage, carrots, onions, peas, just the whole 9 yards. All the plants that you eat every day is hybrid. Now, keep one thing in mind. Cattle won't even eat the corn. Why is that? But yet you and I do. Cancer has skyrocketed over the last 20 to 30 years. Diabetes has skyrocketed over the same time. Illness is up. Heart, lung, everything inside a body is weakening and beginning to fail. Sickness is just through the roof. But there are still cures out there. There are still things that will cure you, but the government took them away. Like the gentleman that created the cancer cure in California. And I'm drawing a blank, but I have it later. And then there's a man that had a cure for your fuel problem. He could drive on water and get 142 miles per gallon on water, not fuel, on water. Yes, he's dead, and they took his invention and buried it. There are people in government using his invention, though. So Satan has already picked the one who will be the Antichrist. Satan has picked that person who will be the Antichrist. But yet, he's not known. He cannot be made known. God says, not yet. not until the Christians have been removed. Then Satan will name the person he chooses, and Satan will empower that person with his own powers so that he can do miracles and he can just make everybody flip out over him. And a lot of us think we know who he is. I think it's down to just, I'm going to say one of these two people. There's a shot of 75% it'll be one of them. It'll be Obama or the new Pope. That's just my guess. So, but let me tell you something else I have collected over several years. I say 4 years. I've got over 250 to 300 pictures of orbs. I can walk out my door and I've got 3 cameras, but only one, for some reason, when I take pictures, I get orbs, and I get lots of orbs. But the latest is a shocker to me, which was 4 weeks ago, and I really can't believe that I have these pictures. I walked out, took random pictures like I usually do, and I got about 200 orbs in this picture, but a dozen of them had faces. I promise you, I swear to you, I've got that picture. A dozen of them had faces, and the faces looked like alien grays. What can I say? I have the pictures. I will figure out how to get them up so you can see them. Now, at about 700 feet one night, a jet went over, right straight down, going west-east, and I didn't hear it. I couldn't believe I didn't hear it because I'm an ex-pilot or used to fly, and it'd take me only one day to get my check ride back and get my pilot's license again. But he was about 700 feet elevation, and I didn't hear him. But I have a picture of him. I recorded it, and I have the chemtrail that he left. And then the pond in my backyard, half of it will be crystal clear like glass, half of it will be choppy, and then there will be a layer of fog that'll lift and move from right to left. It'll do this for a while, then it'll go away. That's odd. Also, 3,000 fish in my pond died. And there's another chemtrail that I took a picture of, straight, several miles long, but about every half mile it looked like a large teardrop dropped out of the bottom of it. It didn't leave it. It stayed anchored to it, but it was strange in any case. And so these things, one night I walked out and there's a real dense fog. Well, was it fog? It was a warm night and it looked like snow because I filmed it. And when I walked out on the deck barefooted, my feet were sticking to the deck and it smelled like red tide. So I don't know. Over an hour and a half it was off and on there, but one time it was so bad, so heavy it looked like snow. And I do have a recording of that. I've got a lot of other stuff. These are just to name a few of the really strange things and that I've taken pictures of, and one day I'll get them as quick as I can figure out how to do it, and I should be able to now since I got a decent computer up and running and working. But my point is, guys, we're headed into unknown territory, and any day, any minute, we're going to be taken out. If you're left behind, you'll be left behind in a world that you don't know. It will be a world that you wish that you were not in. So don't get left behind. Go to John 3:16, read it, listen to me, listen to other people. Make sure that your name will be called soon so that you can get a ride out of here quick. Jody Wolf, Expoz.